just rolled my ankle. I got a little bit of facility. Motherfucker. You see. I just rolled my fucking ankle. I got the motion. I had more feet on my shoes and too loose for fit. So what happens, I was moving to the way. I rolled my fucking ankle. So it was this bad talk to the ER if gonna run these things. Well, it's like, I'm gonna have to go get it checked out. I don't know why I fucking rolled my ankle. And right now, it's like I'm feeling it, but we'll see how the situation develops. It's one of those things where it's like I sprained my ankle. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't enough to play with. Even the country boys tell me 50 feeling man. Boy, stunner, uptown hunter, been about money. Crawling down 1100s. You know, we grind every summer. We shine every summer. This is how I spend money. You see them daggers. Put me back in, I can still do this. Put me back in. Put me back in. Coach, put me back in, I can still do this. Okay. The condition for you being put back in is that you can still do this. Can you still do this? I can still do this, put me back in, coach. For me to put you back in, you have to be able to still keep doing this. It's the requirement. Can you still do it? Put me back in, coach. I can still do this. Okay. Yeah, so I can feel. I've become so numb, I can feel it there. I've become this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. And I know that we'll feel on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best friends, insisting that the world keeps turning our way. And our way's on the road again. Insisting that the world keeps turning our way. Repent and believe the gospel. Turn from your unbelief to believe in the gospel. Oh, Mike, not supposed to still repent. That's what wake up is. Now use the right way. So, biblical repentance is a repentance of unbelief to belief. So that's repentance has a part of salvation. Repentance is part of salvation. It's even salvation, lost person. What type of repentance? Repentance is not of your sins, okay, with feeling. Repent means a change of mind. Metanoia, metamulaikum, tetelestai, and the megitsulamai. And then let's run to the Greek, doctor. Okay, let's run to the Greek. Okay, see? So repent. Lost people that get saved, they repented. Or what? They unbelief. What does repentance mean in this context? A change of mind from unbelief to belief. We have Leon-san, konbanwa, Leon-san, Nihon, Manu, living in Japan, Leon in the blue corner, Leon-san, writing from Okinawa, Toda University, Tokyo, Leon-san, okay. Wow, okay, yeah. See, welcome to the live stream, okay. Watashi, peinu, watashi ankiru, okay. Okay, see, yeah. Ow, okay, see, yeah. It's like I was exercising and I stepped on my foot wrong and my foot it is. See, where it goes, I rolled my ankle. They caught me in the middle of a live a cappella solo here. I think Leon. Leon is a Japanese person. Welcome. Welcome to my live stream. Leon San. Okay. Okay. Hey. So listening. Me. Matane. Yeah, See? No, no. See? Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have to go to the doctor or not. It's like I hope I can avoid it, but I rolled my ankle, so this type of stuff that can happen. Okay. So what I was doing, so I blame the shoes because these are new shoes. I didn't break them in yet, and they're for steel cup shoe fighting. And typically, I had to wear like six socks or something like this to fill up the shoes. Because this time I picked the fit a little bit too large, to give enough space to wear six socks for the padding effect. So my toes won't crash into the steel cup unpadded. It's like a very particular fit you have to get. Now the issue with them is they're a little bit too loose around the ankle because I picked the size larger. So basically, moving like this worked fine. But once I got to turn it a certain way, I rolled my ankle. So we'll see what happens. And hopefully the old bone setter expert can manage it tonight. I'll see the bone setter expert in my living room. And then the old bone setter can patch me, put me back together again. He's been known to fix balls before, all kinds of problems. So, good morning, Merry Christmas. Merry Kirisimasu, Santa Kurosi, Santa-san, Santa-san, okay, yeah, Santa-san, Merry Kirimasu, Santa-san, okay, yeah, Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay, what else? There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been a ruin for many poor souls. And God, I know I'm one. I'm thinking about the good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations. Close my eyes. She's somehow closer now. And I love the way the sunlight touch her hair. Ooh, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Playtime's over. Look at this. Look at this. You can go out hammer nails with this all day. You'll hit that set every time. And you come home and it's still straight as an arrow. Hey, look at this. This is a roll of duct tape. Look at this. This what you need. Okay. Yeah, you want a big pencil? You want a green big pencil? Give you this for $25. Donation to my wife's PayPal. But you're looking for a computer mouse. I can get you a computer mouse wireless, $69. Okay. So yeah. Hi then. Hi Ringu. Ringu. We'll do the Ringu impression. Ringu. Okay. That's a Ringu go come out well. You're fucked. Yeah. You know, I need a week if you really did. That's the point. I can feel the energy. It was full on Ringu girl energy. I don't know if you know about the Japanese horror movie or not. It's called The Ring. Ringu. Ringu. Okay, yeah. I think so. Ringu. Sadako's Mori. Ringu. Oh no. Ringu. Well, see. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Yeah, so hopefully I didn't dislocate the ankle. It might just have been like a minor sprain or something like this, but it did give me a lot of pain. I had to go to the ground for a while and cast a little bit to feel better. Now I feel better. It's not that little bit of rolling on the floor casting can fix it. Okay. So here's the point. We're gonna look at the ringer girl. Can we pull up ringer girl, Japanese girl ringer? It's not working well. Ringu Jap, okay. So this clip should be relatable to you. This is the Ringu Jap with all capital Jap. The Japs are coming. The Japanese. The Ringu girl. Beware the ring of girls. I'm trying to get the screen share to work in, but it's malfunctioning. Stop sharing. Try again. Entire screen. So I'll just take some time. See, it's supposed to pop out right away. It could be that the phone stream using the backend is using a lot of bandwidth. Streaming data at 1080p or something, or 720. So here's the Ringu girl. Now look at her. Now she's coming here. Beware. So here comes. And here's the Japanese guy. And one of you can't see it, just look at my face, which is a sight to behold at everyone. Yeah, she's coming, the Ringu girl is coming. The British are coming, the Ringu girl is coming. Somebody's on the phone about the Ringu girl. Bro, it's the Ringu girl coming for you. I'm gonna get your ass, nigga. I'm coming. Imagine the phone like, I'm gonna get your ass, nigga. Okay. He's a Chinese man. He's Japanese. He's not being racist, okay? I might even call myself that word. Forgive me if it's that people know it's just a joke. It's a live comedy set at this point. This is segment. Boom. Live comedy set. Here comes the Ringu girl. Beware. Oh no. Uh-oh. We're gonna start playing her sound team, her entrance music, the WWE. We're gonna start playing the time. Okay. Is she gonna make the sound? That's my jam. Oh hell, look at that eye. That's a scary woman. Look at that. Look at that eye. Look at that Japanese eye. It's a scary eye, I understand. It's a Jap's eye. Look at this. Okay, here goes. Eye reveal. It's the Ringu girl. Oh shit! Okay, she's coming for you. She's gonna get your ass. Run! Jump out the window. He's gonna do something. He's gonna get you. He's gonna eat you alive. He's gonna freak this shit. He's gonna do something. He's gonna bite you. He's gonna do something weird. You gotta run. Run, okay. Why is he on the floor? He looks like he's got his ankle. Oh shit. Look at that eye. Understand? What are you doing? You need to run. I don't know if he has side powers where she's like tasting her with spiritual magic or something like this. If she's somehow like knocking him down with the side power or something like this. But why? Is that if something like this, she's giving him so much time to go running, understand? Look at her approach. It's like a fighter. She loses every fighter you see to like close the distance and land on you. Just take like 3 minutes to cross the room. Understand? It's like it'd be easier for Jake Paul to run circles around away from her. It was a boxing match. Look at how slow she's moving. It's like look how slow everything she's doing is slow. This woman's the paper tiger, understand? She's got no it's just like old, stiff, can't walk right. Okay, this is like, and look, she's coming. Oh no. Why? Yeah, okay, so he's getting on the ground. Okay. Now she's just standing. He's had like extra 4 seconds to get on his feet and jump out the window. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. He's like, it's like this is freaky. Like, what did she do? Is she trying to make him scared and be like, "Hey, bitch, look at this scary eye," or something like this? Okay. It's like, why is he? See? It's like, why is it like? First it was here, and it's like next he looks. It's like, where is this the eye? Understand? It's like, why? It's like, why did he go like? Look at this cute eye, bitch. Okay, I'm gonna eat your ass. It's okay. I don't know, but it's like she's doing something. This is not right. Understand? This is ungodly. This is not right. This woman is trying to do things to the guy nobody should do to anybody. Is what I feel like. Oh no. Sadako, hi, そうですね。Sadako, coming to theaters this June. Sadako, Ring Girl. Ta-da. やった。何 Ring Girl. ルルル。She looked at a fear takedown. So she scored a scared him enough to fall down takedown on her in the Ring Girl fighting style. She's fighting with the like just get him scared enough where he just like faints. Understand? Is that like me spraining my ankle while I'm training or something? It's like trip or something. No, it's like he gets scared enough where his leg gets out. So that's a fear knockdown, okay. And now she's gonna show her scary Japanese eye. She's been living in Rome for 12 years. What is? And then look at this skank eye I got for your ass. What is? Look at this dirty black eye. Look at this freaky eye I got for your ass. I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna be robbing it on me. What if it's gonna be doing with that eye? It's like, oh, look at this shit. It's so scary. Look at the eye. This is not normal. What are you doing? Okay. Now I want to know, how does the scene end? It just fades out, and it leaves you in the mystery what happened to the guy. And I guess maybe the next thing, it cuts to like teenagers in like a cabin, talk about like, oh, we're safe now from bringing girls. But we made it all the way over here. And it's like, sight, she's coming, she jumps in the window. No, so the way that somehow, she's walking, it's super slow. Understand? So it's like, it's not a bear. I've been seeing, we have a lot of parts with these dark creatures from the Japan, the black bears. Okay. And it's like, people have been scared that they're running. Okay, beware the bears. Okay. I saw a Japanese man. They had a video, so they got a bear situation in Japan if you have kul into that. I saw a Japanese man, and they had Japanese TV crew there, and they had it translated. And the guy is like, a guy got mauled by a bear and life flighted to some hospital, which means a helicopter pick him up, driving to the hospital. Okay, and okay, and then he's back, and it's like the TV team is here to interview the guy who almost died from a bear mauling. It's a big issue in Japan now, and they have to get the military involved. And so it's like yeah. So his like reenactment. He goes to the TV crew. So here's what happened. I was standing here. The bear appears, and I start running. Okay, and the bear catch up. He gets on the ground, and he starts. And I do this, and it's like the bear is like, it's like okay. It's like it's eating me, and it's like eventually it's like. It walked off, okay, and then he's left for dead by the bear, and then somebody noticed it. I don't know, maybe heard his screams in the bear. Okay, somebody called the cops. Okay, and eventually, now here's the thing. My advice to you as a Japanese person, as a bear fighting coach, the game plan is if you run into a bear within Japan, be son. Okay, if you see it, you're outside, and it comes. It's like it's a bear. What you don't do is like start running, because that's just gonna make it want to chase you down and eat you. Understand? It's like, oh, this is what things that our natural food sources do. They see me run the other way, smell like adrenaline fear. Okay, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes me want to chase you even more and chase you down and like jump on you, get you back, and start gnawing on it. So you have more likely of a success rate if you see a bear in a parking lot. If the guy didn't go, wow, I'm scared, and run the other way. If you go, bah, like this, okay, where you make yourself large here, make yourself big, loud, and you stand your ground. You don't shout it because he might reflexively paw and strike at you. But it's like, or something like this. You have a greater survival chance if the bear is there to make yourself big and act like a predator you should be worried about. Like this. And he might be like, okay, it's like, I don't feel like this is fuel, and walk off. Versus there's like, see the bear and go running, okay? You're more likely to have the bear chase you than get you. You're more, and I'm not saying 100% it will stop, but statistically, if you have 100 people using the defense come across a bear in the wilderness and be like, oh shit, I'm running, okay? You have more people, 100 people trying to defend the fence or make themselves big and loud and stand the ground. Bear, okay, get out of here or something like this. You have less people being mauled by the bear from the stand your ground being big and loud group than the 100 people choosing to run from the bear as the like survival strategy. Okay, so that's just how it works. So I do believe that God has programmed animals like bears and wolves and lions and rhinos and all kinds of stuff to where they're not supposed to be super aggressive to humans. And if you're a human that is not afraid of the animals and you act the right way, you're less likely to end up being eaten by the bear. So anyway, and it still didn't come up the screen, sure. It still didn't come up. So I'm gonna try refreshing it. I've been fasting, didn't eat since waking up. I thought, oh Mike, this guy must be, has been live for 10 hours. Yeah, no, I've been live 4 months after I didn't even eat since waking up today. It's just caffeine and supplements, vitamin C, BCAA, caffeine, I think it is. Let's see if we can get it working now. Yeah, so I watched the Ringu movie, and I think I watched the American adaptation as well. And it is a scary movie. There you go, now the screen share works. And it is a scary movie. Here, Japanese man survive bear attack. Let me pull up Japanese man survive bear attack. Okay, we gotta pull up. Here's the guy. Japanese bear attack survivor calls for tough response. Okay, so some Japanese people they get more at but be like, oh, the bears are cute, leave them alone. Okay, but it's like the guy who was half eaten by bears. Like, yeah, we need to deal with these bears more roughly.
When I opened it like this, there was a bear here, right here on all fours.
This is Reuters, okay.
Japanese confectioner Keiji
And he's a confectioner, understand? That might be the karma of working to sell treats to people. Okay, that's a joke.
His brush with death occurred when he came face to face with a black bear accidentally trapped in his garage.
It just looked at me silently. We looked into each other's eyes for a while.
Okay, yeah, you're trying to find out. He's gonna, okay, so he had a stare down with like, it's worse than to have a stare down with Mike Tyson or somebody. You just like stand still and lock eyes at him, stare at him. Okay, like this is,
It's me looking into the eyes of the
so
bear.
he's having a stare down with the bear.
Bear looking into mine.
So they were like glancing into each other's soul for a moment there.
Realized how big it was and immediately ran.
See, so that's where he fucked up. That's when he knew he fucked up. Understand? Well, pretty soon, like a few seconds after this, he's like, he's gonna figure out that he done fucked up. Understand? So you're not supposed to run from bears. Maybe 1 in 1,000 times that will be the right move. Okay, maybe 1 in 1,000 times. Like this is a bear walking towards a cabin, and you're 10 feet away from the door of the cabin, and the bear is walking slowly right now. So the bear is 90 feet away, walking towards you, and there's a cabin door. Maybe you run in and close the door, okay? And maybe nail each other for this. There'd be like a rare case where you're very close to cover, you can beat the bear in the race if he starts running as you start running. It might be wise if you got a gun in the cabin to be like not stand still outside the cabin waiting for the bear to decide that he's gonna walk off. But it's like run into the cabin close to go get the 44 Magnum revolver we have in Alaska or something like this. Or Glock 10mm Glock or something like this, bear guns. Like 10mm 44 Magnum, 37 Magnum, 4.54 Kazoo, like big game revolvers, certain calibers. You don't use a 22 for bear defense. That's the point. Run in there, close the door, get the gun, and you waited there. So that would be, to be precise, all or nothing. People overly slot better like that. But it's never, always never, it's never the right move to run away from bears. No, most of the time the right response would be standing your ground and being big and like loud, like hey, okay, something like this, rather than running, because the running will trigger the prey behavior, predator, the drive in it. Whereas like bears at times are curious, they're curious, which means that he came because he could smell something, a scent of a creature. Is why he arrived at this campsite for this, and possibly some food like potato chips. And he's been tracking his scent for a while, and he found a source. He's been going through the woods. It's like smell food, okay? And he's been tracking the scent and stop looking, listen, and eventually he gets visual contact, where it's like he gets a visual, he can see the scent is been oh, there's creatures over there. And then he starts close to the distance. Then eventually he's like, if he makes a decision that it's a deer or something like this, he might start his sprint then already. It's like he's like within 6 feet, like rushing, I say, get that deer. Now, if he's unsure what this is, he's never eaten a human before. Okay. Now, but he says, like, there's something I smell. Get investigate close. There's something I can eat here. Yeah, I'm a thing that eats living beings. Okay, chasing down, bite them, kill them, eat the flesh. Okay, is this a living thing having flesh that I can eat? Okay, see, so it's like it's you understand. It's like check it out. It's like go a little bit closer, and he might be like start getting aggro now. The aggro mode when he gets closer. It's like I'm starting to feel like I can eat this. You understand? Okay. And he starts getting, now he starts jogging. A lot of times the last part, he's not sprinting yet. A lot of times once he's made a decision to do his final like exploratory bite that sharks there, taste him, see how you react, and be like if it's food or not. Okay, so it's like he's start jogging at you now and see how you react to that. And do you understand how intimidating it is to have a bear start running at you like this? Okay, because he's giving the impression that he's coming to get you. Okay, see, and he might be. Now here's the thing: at this stage, you could possibly trigger a bluff charge mode, where the bear is charging you to see how you react in charging you, and like a silverback gorilla will turn aside at the last moment because you didn't get scared enough with him running at you. Okay, or something like this. But if you start jogging and you turn around, it's like, oh, that is food. Okay, that's a thing that smells like adrenaline running away from it. It definitely is food. Okay, and he starts chasing down. He's gonna win the spinning match, and it's gonna get you. He's gonna ground and pound you. Be a fighter ground and pound. It's gonna get your back. It's gonna jump on your back if you're unafraid for you. Maybe get his mouth around your neck as his jumping on you. And supposedly the bear fighting style would be sometimes they get like creative, it's like they will run at you, jump, and like use their claws kind of as like spears like this when they move. But it's like they run and they jump through the air and like a tackle, like a football or a tackle. They just like launch themselves and crash into you. And that's how they do the takedown sometimes. They like jump into you with the claws like this. And now you're really in trouble. Because one of the worst things that you can be eaten by in the wild is a bear. There's a guy called Timothy Treadwell. He was treading well in Alaska for a while. Okay, for a while he was treading well. Like the park ranger was like, we're surprised this guy's been surviving this long in bear country, like peak bear season, being an idiot. Okay, see, whereas like the bears were, like they would like, okay, they had recommended that camping do natural parks for this. If you're gonna be camping here, it's like the park ranger tell you you should have like trip wires with like firecrackers. So if the bear comes to them, bang, it gets scared off. You should have bear spray or something else. It'd be like recommended Okay, but he's like, oh, and supposedly the guy had been like before. He's like he likes the bears, and Tim the Incredible. Werner Herzog make a documentary on this guy, which is documentary Inception, where they used part of his footage. Trev was a documentary filmmaker, very hands-on, living in bear country, filming bears. Okay, and then Herzog got the footage, and they used parts of that to make a documentary on Treadwell. He got mauled to death by a bear. Okay, so he had to spoil that. Okay, so anyway, so the reason he didn't carry bear spray is he had a occurrence where a bear got close to him, he sprayed it, he saw the bear having pain, and he felt bad about it. And then he said, I'm not carrying bear spray anymore. So he had not natural affection, he was hyper empathetic. Okay. He was hyper empathetic to not a human, which you don't have a human face and mirror neurons, which if you see a sad face, you might feel sad inside. No, it's a bear, okay? And it's a predator that he knows kills people consistently. So here's the point. It's kind of weird. It's like, why would you feel bad about inflicting pain upon the bear with bear spray to save your life when you know damn well that what bears do is pretty much torture what they eat to death? Okay? It's like they bite, they get like a deer, and the deer's not dead yet. It's like, "Whoa," okay, and the bear is like excited by the pain noise from the animal, goes into feeding place, and just gets more like aggro more by hearing the pain noises from the animal. Like, wow, this is making me real excited. Wow. Then I bite and whip off a piece of flesh. This is how they kill you, bears. Okay, it's like they start eating you slowly. It's like it like so it's you're more likely if you get killed by a lion or a mountain lion, how they will approach you in like mountain lion country if you would choose to attack a human, okay, or like a bigger cat, is you sitting on a chair like this, like a camping chair, without a back cover especially, and the mountain lion, you won't notice it if it's like attack you until it's like biting your neck, okay. So he would approach you is sneak up on you slowly, like a cat that you've seen it chasing a mouse, slow motion. And so here's how the predator, the pattern, the hunting pattern algorithm for felines at times is how they will do. They will visually scan horizon. They will see that something they want to hunt. They will see rare something is they track it with scent and listen to this. They serve, but they like to avoid detection ultimately. To see something has a rabbit that's chewing and not looking at it. Then becomes a game of getting as close as possible to the rabbit, seeing the cat sneak up on it, and it will sneak and go slow, and sometimes it will freeze and stop to because you have the algorithm, peripheral vision, to detect movement in the peripheral field. And animals like rabbits and this, they have like PTSD, where they're hyper super vigilant, and they eat like deers and rabbits. They're eating, take a little look behind my backpack, and it's not that it has to hear something that makes it spooked. It's just eating. It will have as this instinct, like eat a little bit, you take a little look break, okay, and then eat a little bit more. And especially if it's a twig snapping, or something like this, okay? Then it will like, take a little, eat a little bit deer in the form of seal. And it's not that when you see it turn, it's because it saw or heard something. It's part of like the vigilance, state vigilance. You can be hyper vigilant, super vigilant. So bears are be so vigilant for your attitude that they will have more line walking about so you can make power. So there's wolves and stuff and things that hunt deer. So part of how God put deer to have enough deer in the population and the balance like predators and prey is the deers are programmed to be hard to catch. They're high hanging fruit. They're difficult to catch by humans. And it's recent history that both action sniper rifles since this they've gotten easier. But usually you have to get close like bow range to be able to get a good hit on the deer. There's also precision hunters in Africa that start chasing a deer in a marathon or like an antelope, but they collapse from exhaustion. Okay. Now that's a different level, okay. So anyway, so it's like a lot of times in history, you had to get it with a spear or a bow or something like this, okay, or a trap, which is not really easy either. So that's the point. There's a program, God has programmed since the balance of the universe. To the reason is like, oh, to me, there's no deer anymore because in the Middle Ages, all the deer got eaten because the wolves were too good at hunting deer, and the deer were not programmed by God to be good at not being hunters or something like this. But it's a balance. So deers will eat a little bit, take a break, look behind themselves, like this, for example, and then listen, and if they smell something, they'll be like vigilant, okay? So anyway, it's the point. How a cat might get you. Like a lion, it'd be most likely better for you to get killed by a lion. If you're gonna pick a predator to be killed by, you might be better off picking the lion than a bear, because a bear starts eating you while you're still alive typically, and they don't go for killing you; they go for controlling you and pinning you and start ripping off flesh off your body. Do you understand? So if a bear has you pinned, it might start like gnawing on the cranium like this with its teeth, and you're still alive, and it's not breaking the cranium, not dying. It's like pain is ripping off the scab. And then it's like, oh, and that makes it more exciting, like making pain noises now. It goes, triggers the feeding. And that rips off a piece of your shoulder, okay, flash. Okay, and then see, and then the next thing is, it's like it goes, it's like it starts, it's like maybe biting into your stomach and like whip your guts out, understand? And it's like, they understand, it starts whipping and this biting and stuff. Whereas a lion or a tiger, how they hunt is more likely get your back, get your neck, squeeze the neck like a rear naked choke, and work to pass out from blood loss more quickly. So that's how feline predators sometimes their hunting pattern. Sneak up on you, not as bold as a bear. They kind of approach you jogging in the stride a lot of times. The last part, it'd be like okay. Whereas the felines work to sneak and stay low to the ground. And if the prey animal they're sneaking up on starts to move its head, it will stop and freeze. See, because you're just like a rock. That's so if a cat is moving, it's easier for to detect it. Like if you're just looking, it's easier to detect something that's moving. Like it will trigger to notice that thing. Whereas if the cat is noticing, oh, the deer started to turn its head, it drops and freezes and stays still like this. And then it waits until the prey animal turns its head around and it doesn't see eyes, and then it moves a little bit closer. And if the deer or whatever the animal is started, it stops and freezes. And it waits until the head looks that way again, and it advances a little bit more. Okay? And then it does this until it's within 30 feet or something like this. And if it's 30 feet, this final spurt is when it goes, it makes a decision. Here I go, Hail Mary pass. It's not caring about avoid detection anymore. The last part, like 10, 15 feet or something like this, it goes, here I go, then it sprints and jumps on it. Okay? See? So there's difference in predators. That's the point. If you're a human and you get hunted by a bobcat or something weird, a bobcat might hunt you, but like a mountain lion or a tiger or something like this, if you're sitting like this, like smoking, like in the woods, it's more likely to jump on and get your back and get your neck and bite onto it and work to like control your neck with its teeth. And you bleed out faster if it's getting in the neck. And it also like squeezing, it can choke you. So a lot of times, be eaten by a tiger, it might be a quicker death, less painful. And with it gets squeezes here and it pass out from like a real naked choke in 10 minutes because it's squeezing and yes, it's like cutting the voice, so you quickly pass out. Whereas a bear pins you and starts ripping flesh off your body. There, essentially, is why it's still alive. So anyway, my point is this. The point is this. That the reason that Treadwell said that he wasn't carrying bear spray, despite repeat like you gotta start protecting yourself. You're crazy, you gotta get eaten by this bear. To say something. You have to have bear spray at least. Like no, and his reason was one time he had bear spray. It was a situation where he felt like it's getting dangerous, and he sprayed the bear, and then he saw the bear being in pain. He felt bad for it. Now he's a bear expert, more or less, which means he knows that this is an animal that's not concerned about other living people's pain. So it'd be like it mirrors like a psychopath as a creature. It had no conscience. It kills people. They're like dying in pain, and it's like that's his experience that regular, and it doesn't have guilty conscience. It doesn't have like empathy. It's like, oh, what am I doing? Stuff like this, okay? He comes to himself, stuff like this. I'm a murderer, stuff like this. No, okay. It's not like reform. We find Christ and they stop killing people with his mouth, stuff like this. It's like it's the thing, okay? It's the thing. So bears are things that like hunt people, inflict massive pain on them, and it's like eat animals and still alive. Like, oh, they're in pain because yeah, bears like excited and enjoys. It almost looks like it enjoys the pain. Gets excited by it, starts eating it and doing feeding frenzy. So it's like it's a creature that kills things, and he feels bad about having inflicted like a little bit of pain on it by spraying bear spray to save his life once. Okay. The most likely guy was really, it was really a reason to use the threat was pepper spray. So here's the point. Okay, he's like, I don't know what he was doing. I was like licking his face and what he was doing. But I did. Okay, what's the point when he sprayed the bear? If the bear was like like winding up his punches in his face. Hey, I go, hey, for what's stuff like this? What's up with this? It's like okay, and it is still I don't know. But anyway, it's the point. This is I don't recommend listening to this. Okay, but it's a purported death tape. Supposedly, it's like a leaked audio MP3 that's like 3 minutes. Purported to be the sound of Trevor being mauled to death by the bear, which is the sound of a human being tortured. Okay, the and it's like some people say it's fake, it's faked, and some people say no, it's real. Was leaked by one of like CSI people, the cops of the park ranger, something this. They found the scene and his video recorder. There was just the audio part of it, and somebody recorded on the phone by playing it on the tape recorder or something like this, like a this era phone they record somehow with a copy and then leaked on the internet to possibly to make people like, oh shit, this is shocking. This is what happens if you go to beer country without beer protection. Okay, let's see. So, but whatever. So I'm still on a hand on that, but I think it could be real. And I've listened to it. I recommend listening to it. Werner Herzog listened to the real tape that's confirmed to be real, and he was on headphones. And okay, and he's like, you had to destroy this. Don't listen to it again. Don't listen to it ever. You had to get rid of this and destroy this or this. So Werner Herzog, when he was interviewing the Mander or somebody, at least the amp of Treadwell, had like a tape recorder and was listening to it. So you had to destroy this. You can't listen to this again. So eventually, there is a purported recorder of the moments. Now, here's what you know from what they're saying from the investigation. What happened is they were most likely like they might have been sleeping in the tent at night. Their bear comes, and Trevor goes out, and the bear attacks him and starts dragging him off and biting him and things. And then his girlfriend comes and hits him with a frying pan or something like this. And then the bear runs off for a while, which is also part of predator behavior, where sometimes bears will be spooked by another predator claiming to kill, and they will have competition. What happens sometimes in the wild, where a bear has gotten a prey, and then there's like a mountain lion or something like this, or some other predator or some other bear coming and challenging it for the kill, and it will be like this so fine the other bear they will retreat and then come back later to check if the carcass is available. So here's the point. My point is this. This is also what happens in a country where it's normalized by criminalization of carrying weapons. If it's a country not allowed to have any weapons in a country, you have more humans being mobbed by animals. Because if he had pepper spray or something like this, that could have saved him a lot of trouble. If you had pepper spray legal in Japan, they could have made a bear abort. So my point is this. Bears are dangerous creatures. And there was a guy, Timothy Trevor, got eaten alive by a bear. And it was at Kathmandu National Park, I think, might be called. And he was doing everything against the book. Because he was refused to carry bear spray, refused to carry anything for self-defense. And he ended up being eaten by a bear. Okay. So.
The bear attacked him and pinned him
Now
down.
here's the deep level we're going conspiratorial. Maybe it was the deep state of Illuminati that did like a satanic sacrifice, torture ritual on him and blamed him or something like this. Okay. Like strangest things that
Gashes
happen.
across his face, bite marks on his arm and torso, and nearly scalping him before running off.
Then I was knocked down like this, onto my side. I was like this, trying to run away, that way. Then
Now this guy is lucky that he made it out alive, but I think I lost it.
it was going for my face. So I did this.
それでしばらく我慢してたら
And then after I stuck it out for a while, the attack was over all of a sudden. I quickly got up and fled into my workshop as fast as I could.
So he was lucky, fortunate, that the bear ceased its attack. Maybe he got spooked by some sounds. Maybe this part, I don't think this was happening quietly. So most likely the bear was making bear eating noise or something like this. It was like, screaming for their life, crying bloody murder by bear. And possibly there's somebody opening the windows like, hey, or something like this, shouting at him, or whatever. Somebody in the neighborhood heard or something like this. They kind of spooked the bear, maybe, and go, it's like, I'm getting out of here for a while. Now, sometimes they will return to the animal. Where something spooks them, the presence of another predator, or something going on, they might retreat and then come back a bit later.
すごいスピードで
They also have pals as part of bear behavior, like little hidey holes. And they have like in the fridge, where it's like they bury the carcass and have like a pile where they eat it to harsh content, and they drag the corpse and put it in a certain place, cover it with some stuff to return to it later.
Emergency services airlifted him 37
Now,
miles.
I would say that he seems to have gone off easy because I've looked at videos of other bear attack survivors, and they have scars all over. Sometimes they have like reports in media of it's a bear attack victim in the ICU, and it's in the ICU on IVs, and you can see that they're
To
really
Akita
messed
City,
up.
saving his life.
So he seems to have gotten minor injuries, considering having mauled by a bear, contrasted to other bear mauling
Falling in
survivors.
2023 is more than a horrific memory for Minatoya. He and his neighbors, most of them elderly, continue to live on the front line of a growing wave of bear attacks. The area is suffering from depopulation, leaving behind abandoned homes and overgrown gardens that provide shelter and food for foraging bears. Japan has recorded over 100 bear attacks since April, with 13 fatalities, the highest on record. More than 2/3 of these deaths occurred in Akita Prefecture, where Minatoya lives, and
I think they have a dog called Akita Inu.
nearby Iwate. Bear sightings in Akita have surged sixfold to over 8,000 this
Yeah,
year.
so they've had a big problem with the bears there. Japan Bear Army. They even called in the army. Here, Japan deploys troops to battle bear attacks after 12 people killed. So at the time this was uploaded 1 month ago, which was 1 month ago, 12 people have been killed by bears. So right now, 1 month later, the number is 18 or 24, I don't know. They're riot shields and sticks. Hopefully they're bringing guns to it as well. Yes, they're calling bears. They're calling in the army to fight the bears. Interesting. Yeah, so it's like how to survive a bear attack. Is it more likely to survive standing ground and make yourself big and shout at it than running away? I'm not joking. It's like people, because I have a lot of competence and knowledge and I can teach all kinds of stuff, people who just make things up because it seems hard to believe that I can teach all this, have all this knowledge and stuff. So I have to pull things up and be like, people hear this, oh, Mike thinks that he is right when he says how to deal with a bear attack. Like that's one of many things that he knows. Okay, well, that's what it is. Alaska bear charge. And a lot of these tapes will have, here, see. So this is a grizzly bear charge in Mount Alaska. And I believe that this is the tour guide that's a professional in navigating this terrain and like taking people on hiking trips here. And like a tour guide, like a safari tour guide, something like this, that has the job to keep the people safe and help them out. So let's look at how this person deals with a bear, being a professional. So here's notice what I told you, what I recommended. So this like the guy, oh, I see a bear suddenly in my garage, approximately this distance, maybe or closer. Okay. And notice how this guy doesn't look and then run. Notice how he's curious. And he still hasn't decided what to do to this human or not. Meaning he's smelling and he's looking and he's still curious. He's still like, what is this? And he's curious about the human. He's smelling, he's getting information. But if you read the bear's body language, he's still in curiosity mode. He's not in like changed to, I'm going to attack this human. He's still curious. And as a bear, it's like, is this something I can eat? It's like, if I attack this thing, will I win? Stuff like this. Okay. So it's like, how dangerous is this thing? Is it like so it's getting into on him. And he's still standing ground. Now this is a lot more dangerous bear than the Japanese bears. These are larger and more aggressive, I believe. Notice how he pulls out this might be a 357 Magnum, a 44 Magnum, or a 454 Casull or something like this. It's going to be a large caliber revolver, which is commonly carried in bear country by people who live there or tour guides, because it's like big game calibers. That people don't know what they're doing, they are going to the bear counter, don't bring a 9 or a 38 or a 22. They're gonna have common choice would be a 12-gauge shotgun loaded with slugs, or a lever action, like a modern lever action, for example, the 45-70 or something like that. A lever action guns, or a 10 millimeter Glock or something like a 10 mil, or a 44 Magnum, or a 357 Magnum, or something else. So like basically big powerful calibers. So he's got his gun at the ready. And always has stand his ground and make himself large and loud. So notice how he's being aggressive rather than retreating and running. Yeah, so this is the tour guide. He's probably leading like a flock of tourists. And he didn't want to shoot the bear, which means he tried to spook it off and get it to get out of so he doesn't have to shoot it. Now, it might not just be pure like empathy, obviously it could be other motivations, but like getting in trouble somehow. Or if he shoots the bear, it angers him and the bear will get aggressive and fight no matter what. See, so it's like, I'm not making fun of the Japanese guy, but it's like this is a guy who's trained and knows how to respond to this. Not like an average Joe that like stumbles across a bear and says, what I do, just improvise in the moment. And the instincts will be fight mode activation. A large saying is like your subconscious mind picks flight mode, okay? And you just naturally feel like running away from the thing. This is a more trained response where it's like this is how you respond to it. And he's decided ahead of time. It's just the right way to deal with it. So, Alaska bear, let's search bear mauling survivor. Here, bear attacks while I knew my jaw was gone. A lot of people survive bear maulings are in a real bad way after. Alberta bear attacks or something seen in a horror movie. Yeah, so bears are no joke. I see Pocahontas live. Speak with Japanese people. Yeah, so I'm gonna try walk my foot because I rolled my ankle. I don't know if it's sprained or what the situation is, but I don't feel any like serious pain in there. It feels a bit numb, but we'll see what happens. Put some weight on. Or try this also. Here, do this car adjustment. This I do, and I get clicks in my feet this way. This is car adjustment I do. I get one hand here, and I go, and it gives me a car adjustment in the ankle. So we'll try the old car ankle adjustment. Okay, we'll see if it is seaworthy. Well, I can feel pain as I'm walking on. Yeah. So, yeah, okay. Well, I hurt my foot. And we'll see what we'll do. Might have to get some crutches. Might have to get some crutches. Or go to the hospital to actually take a look at it and get some crutches. We'll see. But I can feel some pain in this. I won't sprain off my ankle. And yeah. I could still close the distance and stab somebody in here. Yeah, for sure. If you were in a wheelchair, I'd be dangerous. It'd be a knife in my person. Okay. So, anyways, the point. Now, thank God, see. Sometimes something like this happens. Like fall or something. With all the SAHA Irish training I've been doing, like SAHA Irish training sessions, the way I've been doing it, it's like, it's almost amazing. I think it seriously hurt yet. So I was holding a knife in my hand right before it happened. So there's other things that could have gone wrong there. They didn't. So there was like a minor thing as far as I'm concerned. I didn't snap anything. And if it was a super bad thing, a super bad injury, I would have super bad pain in there. So I can feel it's affected, it's negative affected at the moment. But we'll see how we can do. So I didn't eat for more than 20 hours. And might get to meal prepping pretty soon, we'll see. I have some Japanese people. I'm entertained by the press of Japanese people sometimes. I understand. So that sometimes I like it when a Japanese person goes into the chat, and it's like Jews are funny to me, but also Japanese people are entertaining. Okay, so it's like sometimes just it gets me to mood. It's like just a person with Down syndrome or something. It's to walk in and light up the room. It's like a set of people that just they have a certain look or vibe to them that is just they show up and it's like if you're entertained and like amused and like pleased by the presence of something like this. It's like Down syndrome people at times have like very good vibe energy. Okay, so it's like where's the point? Yeah, my point is this: Japanese people a lot of times I see them show up and end up cracking jokes and be goofing around a little bit. And sometimes I get into doing some Japanese voice impressions and things like this. So whatever, we had a Japanese person in the chat. Leon-san, Ring Sadako. He wrote a comment before we were watching the Ring movie. So I rolled my ankle. We'll see how that pans out. Hopefully it won't pan sideways because that's how it got broken. Not broken, but messed up. I gotta put my feet up here and take it a bit easy. Let's do an instant replay of the solo sport of knife fighting martial arts training and look at the instant replay. Here. Okay. Okay. But it's the instant replay of the mishap. I look at it normally first to look at it in slow motion. I'm practicing moving while I'm drilling. And instant replay. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Okay, here goes. Right here. See, right there. See? Right there. I was getting into my wild ball. It's like I was getting into the zone. I was getting real. I was getting to special warrior. And I decided to do a special move. And I moved like too hard a certain way. So I rolled my ankle. And I fell down on the ground here. Let's look at this slow motion now. Let's look at this slow motion. 720p in slow motion. Playback speed 0.25. Here goes. This type of injuries that happen when you do sports. If you're playing basketball, football, stuff like this. If you move like this, you do martial arts training, intensely, frequently enough, long enough, this type of stuff that it's bound to happen sooner or later. Spraining an ankle or something like this. So as far as I'm concerned, it's good. It's good that it didn't get worse, because it could have been worse. Yeah, I did a deployment sequence. Here we go. Jump forward. Jump back. Here. Here. Boom. There's gonna be another one. Super fun. Here goes. Here goes. Boom. Boom. Here. So you can see what happened is I put my foot sideways like this, and then move this way, and I roll my ankle. I don't know if it's sprained or not. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I have to get some crutches. Last time I had a foot injury, they didn't give me crutches, they sent me home without crutches. Tortures or setters, the purpose incorrect medical treatment. And being a television had several medical mishaps, like going to the dentist pokes a hole in my tooth, gives me a fucking tooth infection on purpose. I go to another time I had like a shot of glass in my foot, and I go to the local care center, vårdcentralen, and I go, you can't prove it. They stitch me up, whatever, glued me up, and they tell me you can't walk on the foot, you can't put weight on the foot. They just have me home without crutches. Standard case, if that happens, they send the patient home. It's like you can't walk on the foot, they're supposed to give you crutches. Okay. But No. And then there's a cover up. We had two witnesses. I wasn't sent home with crutches, but they wrote in the records. It's like, oh, he was sent home with crutches. I wasn't given any fucking crutches. And my mom and her husband, they wasn't given any fucking crutches. I have to come back and ask them for crutches and like a checkup. And during that time, I was hopping on one leg and all this type of stuff. So, uh, yeah, whatever. And most likely that's caused wear and tear. And that might be why I have a bad feel in my left foot. Because it's fucking common sense that if you don't have crutches, it interferes with normal healing. So I had a shot of glass up in my left foot. The semi-hora crutches until we were not walking the foot. And I'm in a daze of like adrenaline, cortisol, whatever else. So what at this point, I come home, and what if I don't have crutches? I can't walk on. I don't have to tell me because of the pain. So I had to improvise. I had like a stool that I put a pillow on with a belt around it. And put my left foot on that. I was hopping my partner on a stool like that. I also improvised having like a mop and duct tape a sponge on each end. I was putting like under my armpit and walking with like that. And I settled for the best. I have a chair with a pillow on it and jump on one leg with a pillow. And I'll be ending up every time it'd be like a bounce as I'm walking on that stool. There'd be like a sharp pain in the foot, understand? Which indicates like, can you imagine the muscle fibers, nerves start to go back together, and you my size go to the kitchen again, hopping on the stool. It's like this, like vibrations. So maybe that's just I had now spot on my right foot, and those like what 2 weeks or whatever how long it was, jumping on one leg too. Like it's like sometimes jumping on one leg to the bathroom to take a piss. Okay, it has almost like a pull out a strap on my right knee and ankle, I think so. Right ankle too, which is the one I just rolled. Okay. From those two weeks jumping on one leg, all my weight jumping on one leg to the bathroom to take a piss or to go get some water. Because they said behold our questions. Tortures etc. To see perhaps incorrect medical treatment. So that's one weird medical note. Hey patient will walk on the foot. Okay, they got me stitched up. Same with our crutches. And I had to get back to them for a checkup and ask for crutches. And then I get them. It's too late. Another thing I had happen was going to the a dentist, and the dentist poked a hole in my tooth. Okay, which is poking at my teeth. Yeah, break my tooth. Just going poking. I just get this tooth. Pokes harder and harder until it breaks the tooth. So this type of stuff is a cover up. They don't want the average Christian gangster to do this type of stuff because then it's more clear. It's like disgusting with the tyranny, like murder, as it is. Because tooth infection lead to heart attacks and strokes. They did that to take me out. See? So I went to the dentist and I could tell that she was doing it on purpose. The program I got her to put up to do this. She starts poking at my teeth, prodding. She gets a certain tooth, starts poking harder and harder and harder until ow, it hurts. And after that, after coming home from that, I started having a toothache in the same tooth. And I didn't have a tape before going to the dentist. The reason I went to the dentist, had molars extracted, and then they do like a checkup and poke your teeth and the other teeth as it is. And she pokes a hole in the tooth. After coming home from the dental appointment, I started having a toothache up here. See, same tooth, like same here with that. Yeah, she was poking out and it hurt, and she just pokes at it with this dental pick, dental explorer, and she was acting like poking, trying to just poking harder and harder and harder. I said, ow, it hurt. Okay, which she was on a mission. But my job was to create a cavity, artificial cavity. So normally I eat food and you have like acid etching slowly, so the bacteria producing acidity, like acid etching slowly the cavity tooth. But she created a tooth infection just by one poking at a tooth, see, the cavity, the things you get into. So I poked a hole in my tooth. After I came home there, I started, within like 2 months, I started having a toothache in the same tooth, like in this region. And I think I had all my teeth, bitch. Okay, and I'm still alive. So I didn't get a heart attack or stroke. And that was a problem for the dentist to do that. And they left it dead red outside the clinic. That's a psychopathic message. Because, and before that, they forced it by having a dental perp. They wanted this gang sort to show up in the corner store to direct the speech and end up like, are you on drugs? They go, what? Well, you got bad teeth. So what is? Like, well, what are you talking about? I've been working as a dentist my whole life for this. And then she saw these people, gray-haired old lady, that keeps showing up where I am repeating the city like a gang stalker. and do like direct-to-speech stuff. Okay, so and that's the same guy that they showed up in his store last time I was under. So I believe that they could have foreshadowed. It was like, yeah, we're going to use a dentist on kind of sound of foreshadow. And they got the dental perp to poke a hole in my fucking teeth. And I said, do I have to make it clear to you? This is my witness testimony. Meaning, here's what happened, to the best of my memory. I go to the dentist, she pokes in my tooth. I remember clearly she was repeatedly poking at the same tooth, harder and harder and harder. I remember feeling like the top one jaw lifting up like this for how hard she was poking. And it's like, ow, to the point where I had pain and like, ow, okay. And I guess she was working before that. She said, yeah, I'm gonna be check your teeth. Let me know if you feel pain. Just make a sound. Which I guess maybe her job from the get-go was to poke a hole, which would be indicated breach tooth. She got a job to punch it through, get it to the nerve, there'd be tooth pain there. So it's like she's gonna keep poking until she knows that she's done her job in the cavity, which she got put up to, I guess. So she gets to this tooth, start poking harder and harder and harder. Ow, it hurts. And then after I come out from dental clinic, there was a dead rat at our dental clinic, which I believe is the same gang stalking program. It is psychopathic marking the victim type of thing. This is how they operate. I've seen all this type of stuff in talking. It's like the program will spray a chemical on me when I go to the corner. There are intermediate things that happen to target. It's not just all narcissistic abuse. Like eating at the restaurant, they send a group of persons past me, spray a chemical with a COVID device, like a spy gadget on me. Okay. Then it's like the same program be like have other fly marks be like in direct speech, be like somebody say online perp leaves a hated comment, go to the channel, they make videos, and they make a video be like we're spraying for cockroaches or something like this. Oh, they tell me I'm a cockroach while they're also spraying me like a cockroach. Okay, this level of wickedness. So they left a dead rat rodent outside the clinic that was there after I left. And I believe that was the big sock from the same problem got the dentist put up to give me a tooth infection, give me a heart attack or stroke. Tooth infections can make you less beautiful. It can give you brain problems. It can leak to your brain, your heart, and it can cause serious problems. And if it's not like if you don't die from it, it's gonna destroy your health. So maybe it's like, oh, Mike is more intelligent and stuff. The other dumb Americans get tooth infections and have to get a lot of root canals, but Mike hasn't chosen to get one. So we get one, we can give him a tooth infection or something for this. So they also sharpen them with a fucking dart gun. I didn't sign up for that volunteer for that. Like sign up for a jab vaccine or something like this. That was the point. With me, the deep state can't get me tricked into getting root canals. So it's like with me to get Mike's out, the live guy with the glasses to get a root canal. They had to poke a hole in my tooth to give me a tooth infection. That's the closest to give me a root canal they can get. See, because I'm not going to go and ask for one in case of when it's not something that I need. Okay. See, so it's a point. This is the type of gang stalking, persecution, purpering that I've been dealing with. Understand? This is the type of gang stalking, purpering that I've been dealing with. And it's not all fun and games. Right now, it might be fun and games, but it's not always going to be fun and games. It's like it's a lot of suffering, and I don't have it, and I don't. It's like don't count on me being friendly and nice anymore. I've been going through a moment. It's like enough is enough. Okay, fuck you. Okay. Oh, Mike, we can't talk to pastors. You need to be more like Christ. Fuck you, bitch. I've tried to be more like Christ. Okay? I've been long suffering, friendly. What the fuck can the body of Christ be supporting me, like commending me? Mike, you've been long suffering. So good job. Through this persecution, you've hung in this. What the fuck have you been? So it's like, I pick how I deal with this. Yeah, please support me when I'm doing what you say is the right thing to do. You have only been attacking me all the time, no matter what. Right or wrong response. So it's like, fuck you, you forfeit the right to tell me what to do. I do what I want. You don't have control over me. I do what the fuck I want, understand? And part of the lack of fear is I've already came close to dying for this program. I came close to dying for this program. So I have a lot of skin in the game. And this is like petty stuff. These people get their legs blown off by landmines, as they say this in Cambodia or Thailand. The Cambodia put a landmine somewhere, some guy walks and he blows his whole foot off. Maybe he dies. That's worse than this. This is just like a little sprained ankle. I also have a nut spot on the right leg. It's not an injury caused by the program, direct physical attack. I got shot in the leg with a dart gun by the gang soccer persecution program. I did a dart gun on something else. By a perp in the supermarket, shot in my right leg with a dart gun. So I've had enough of your shit, and I'm gonna get some BCA drink with caffeine in it. And pretty soon I might start cooking my own meal. Yeah. So beware of bears 2.0. This is the Japanese beware of bears edition 2.0. so whatever. Yeah, so it wasn't that huge of the it could be worse. So I rolled my ankle and I might have to go to the fucking hospital. I'm gonna have to be converted recorded to make sure they don't send me home without crutches again if I ask for them. Okay. So if I have to go to the hospital a week and get an X-ray or somebody to lick my foot or somebody, no, I mean like inspected tactile sense. Okay, I'm joking. But if I had to, it's not that if I go they're gonna automatically give me an X-ray. If I go there complaining about pain in my ankle and tell them I fell over when training, then it slipped and I was on the floor, they might not just give an X-ray right away. They might avoid that costly procedure as much as possible. They'd be like, let's feel your foot, does this hurt? Does this hurt? It's like, not a lot. It's like, okay, you don't need an X-ray. It's like, don't walk on the foot and hop one leg home. Okay. So I don't know. But here's the point. I might have to get crutches. I might have to get some crutches or something like this. This foot, you gotta roll the ankle, okay? Now that's not gonna stop me. I could close the distance and stab somebody in the other room if I needed to. Okay, that's not stopping me. And the program releasing perfume to make me a little bit winded is not. It's like that's not making me not dangerous holding a knife in my hand within 15 feet because you don't need a lot of cardio to throw 10 stabs at the body successfully. See, so this type of stuff, and I started thinking about this. The program is like, oh yeah, we're justifying like spraying perfume around you to be like, well, you're a bad person, and we work to protect people from make you less athletic to hurt your cardio by releasing chemicals in there. But that's gas time, so if you tell the person to make them feel safe, I guess, or something like this. But it's like you don't need a lot of cardio to jump across the room and stab someone with a knife. Okay, I could do that while having an asthma attack, no problem, a full-on one. So it's like it's interesting because if somebody's like gets aggressive, maybe they're more likely to just use fists. But if the program's been attacking you with weapons, then it's like going you stack every advantage. We have two perps in the room, and they're being told to spray the same perfume to attack you physically, covert as it is. Maybe I don't feel like being like gentle in case these people attack me with a machete or stuff like this. I'm a lot less likely to be, oh, I'm not going to defend myself with my knives. I'm not yeah. And he gets it again, okay? It's like it's a goalkeeper. It's like you have to be careful awkward positions on the goal like this. So that's the point. So yeah, so here's the point. So my point is this. he's like, it's like it can't stop me from close to this to stab people. What I'm talking about, if the poor will get people here to run at with a machete, understand? To hop across through close distance with an asthma attack. I mean, I can still leave stabs. So it's not going to shut me down. That's kind of caught a whiff of perfume 30 minutes before that on the back of the smoking. It's just gonna make me mad. Anything. It's like I'm having enough of this shit. So it's a point. But yeah, I keep dealing with the cope, okay? And it's like here's a point. Frank DeForo said he had a fire extinguisher blow up in his car. Okay. He had a fire extinguisher blow up in his car. I don't know what happened there. I don't know, it's okay. I have been taking too much of a look at Frank DeForno. So my point is this, summarizing it. I would be surprised if I have a lot more pain and like building up wear and tear on my knees and stuff from those 2 weeks jumping one leg when this helped me hold out crutches after I came into the hospital with a shot of glass in their foot, and they needed to take it out. So we'll see if I need to go to the hospital, get it x-rayed, and get it looked at, and see if I can get some crutches. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Right now, I'm a little bit hop-steppy. So sometimes things like this can pass. I don't feel like it's something that's a really bad thing. A bad thing. A bad thing. So I should change my shoes. I should get better shoes, I guess. I might have to look into get another pair of shoes that have a different fit, or add or remove an insole or something like this. Because it's too loose around the ankle, which allows my foot to move sideways. And my foot bent at the ankle to the sides. It's not how it's supposed to bend. So, this might sound crazy, but I've been glorifying God with my athleticism. I got 30,000 views per video, and part of what I've been doing is, this is the truth too, I've been able to glorify God with my athleticism, where I've been performing at an impressive level athletically, being in great shape and be able to glorify God, because blessed be the Lord, my strength, teach my fingers to fight, my hands to war. So I can truthfully compare myself to pro athletes, but I got the same hand speed and I'm hitting as hard and perform at an impressive level, and then credit God with it. So I've been able to glorify God by how well I've been able to perform athletically and my energy, considering everything. It's like easy to make an argument where it's like being self-trained, self-taught. I want to make videos where I see a video like Sean O'Malley show up. Look at my hand speed or something like this, and I go live and I'm at least as fast. Okay. I see Tony Ferguson training, and it's like I make a video training. It's like, look at me training, look at Tony Ferguson. This is a pro athlete. I'm impressive because it's on the same level, like the movement speed, the punching power when I'm impacting, and like this cardio. I'm doing it for 3 minutes here and there, and I'm able to, yeah, that's remarkable. It's extraordinary, my therapy, what I've been able to do, and I've been able to like post a comment in the description. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, which hit my fingers to fight my hands to war, and I'm doing a good job at martial arts, being athletic. I'm able to glorify God for that. So I support. Now I've been sacrificing my body to glorify God, because doing this type of stuff, I got injured, I got a lot of pain, I've been with a lot of pain, I've been with a lot of injuries, like cuts on my skin from punches, having a sore knee, and I've been looking for a bad knee cure. Okay, it's like I got a bad knee, I got soreness in the knee, I need a cure for this bad knee, and I'm gonna have to improvise with massages and compression sleeves and all kinds of things. Okay, so I've been having sores in this knee and that knee. I've been having dirty like pants, and it's like all kinds of things that I support. I've been having pain in my knees. It's the only part of my body I have been having pain over the years training. So I've been able to glorify God with my martial arts training, I believe, and I've been sacrificing for that, because do you understand? It's like pro athletes like Tony Ferguson and other martial artists. They're training hard. I've been training as hard as them, and being as hurt and tired after training sometimes as it is, as hurt, and have like pain and dehydration, and then having to work to deal with recovering from, because I have a sore wrist from punching some 50 super hard punches bare knuckle yesterday. Okay, as it is. It's similar to pro athletes, like the diet, doing strict overnight fasting, supplementation, nutrition, the intensity of exercise, and push myself hard, as like pro athletes do, and they do it and they get paid millions of dollars. Okay, I've been doing this pretty much for free. Okay, so I believe I've been able to glorify God my brothers. I don't give a shit. I don't need you to agree with me. I'm gonna get coffee. I've had enough of this shit. I'm gonna have more coffee. I'm gonna have more coffee. No, this is not coffee. This is a BCAA effervescent drink with vitamin C. And effervescent tablets have caffeine in them. So that takes some supplements, vitamin E. Till arsle vardag så. What is bad thing? Did a bad thing. What is bad thing? We roll the alcohol again. Boogie woogie. Come on now. Okay. America. It's the point. Come on now. Hey, come on now, America. Okay. So, so that is the point. Yeah, we'll see. I'd like to be able to hop around tomorrow with the training, but it might be best I take a little bit of time resting. We had a Japanese person come into chat before, and then another one. We had Pokata-san, and then we had Leon-san showing up. Both of them come from Japan. And Pokata-san, I know that he's got a bit of a hobby, or has had one past tense. The question is if he's still doing it. But I've seen on his channel that he's got model tanks, the Tiger tank, Nazi tank. Okay. He's got World War II Wehrmacht, die Wehrmacht. They had the Luftwaffe and the Wehrmacht. Die Waffen-SS und Schutzstaffen. Die Waffen-SS, die Sonderkommando. Okay, things it is. So they had all kinds of weird stuff going on. Evil bastards, but good technology. I don't give a shit, bitch. Okay, I've had enough of your shit, people. Oh, Mike, I'm a woke person. I think you're a Nazi because you play video games as Nazi Germany. No, I meant really I have to be. If you're at home watching and you think I'm a Nazi because I play as the Germans in a World War II meal sim game. Okay. You know why I play as the Germans? Because they had the best gear. They had the best tanks. They have the best machine gun. And they basically have the best gear. Okay. Meaning the Tiger tank, they have the King Tiger, they have the MG42, which as far as I'm concerned, was the best World War II machine gun. To a point where the Allies had to do propaganda, PR, because the MG42 was formidable and awe-inspiring to the point where it was so impressive and scary, the power and Hitler's Bassa, that they had to make reports be like, its box is worse than its bite, okay? A GI, our machine guns are better, okay? It's like they had the BAR or something like this. It's like, yeah, and it's like, you understand? Now here's the point. The MG42 was the best machine gun in World War II. It was the best machine gun in World War II. And I'm tired of pretending like it's not, okay? It was the best machine gun in World War II. The Tiger tank, at a certain point in time, was definitely the best tank. They were also working on the Mouse tank, and they just didn't have it all out yet. But I have it in the video game. They had a Krupp, at the Krupp factory, I think it was, they had a finished hull and 2 turrets, but they didn't have one fully assembled rolling on the battlefield at the time when the Allies took over everything. So they had a Mouse tank that could be assembled. They had like a turret over here and a hull over here, and possibly one that was assembled, but not rolled out on the battlefield yet or something like this. So the Mouse tank was a huge tank. They also had a brainstorm for Die Ratte, Landkreuzer or something like this. Landkreuzer, Land Cruiser. Like a super tank, a super heavy, huge tank. Use like the mentality of, wait a minute, we have battleships. Let's have like a massive tank that's a land battleship, like a land cruiser with naval cannons on it, and flak guns on top of the tank hull for like close range defense against airplanes and so this. So here's the point. Possibly some of these ideas were like fueled by pervitrin. It's like you hear about. Heard Rogan joke about. It's like Hollywood writers in being coked up in roommates, or like people that he's met on parties are coked up. Like, yes, let's make this happen. We're gonna get a company, you and me. We're gonna get rich. We're gonna have the biggest company ever. We can do it or something like this. So it's like possibly some of the science were fueled by a lot of the Germans from pervitrin, which was like meth back then. Okay. Which supposedly makes you overconfident for some people. So here's the point. There also was so anyway, here's the point. Yeah, but here's the point. The Germany is the best faction to play as in Men of War Assault Squad 2 with Rob's realism on, as far as I'm concerned. And in real life too. So that's if you're interested in history or have been. Men of War Assault Squad 2 is a good game because it's historically accurate, especially if you use the Rob's realism on. And the MG42 machine gun, I told you that it was the best machine gun in World War II. So American rifle squads, I don't remember if the 10-man squad, standard squad size for the Americans in World War II, they were equipped with the M1 Garand, which was probably 10-round stripper clips. So the standard infantry rifle was superior to the Germans. The German had a bolt-action Car 98K. So if you look at a standard German infantry squad World War II contrasted compared to the standard Allied infantry squad, the squad machine gunner, light machine gun LMG per squad, the Germans had an MG42. Okay, the Allies had a BAR, which was a 30-06. They also had a Colt Monitor version later on that the FBI used against John Dillinger, and this type of people, like the prohibitionary gangsters, and they had the Colt Monitor. In the movie Bonnie and Clyde, you can see that, where one of them they had to go to a gun store and have all these guns. Anyway, it's the point, like the movie with like a prohibitionary gangster movie, which is a decent movie, and also fairly historically accurate. I mean, who was it they were hunting? John Dillinger? No, Bonnie and Clyde. I think Bonnie and Clyde, yeah. Anyway, so let's look at the two infantry squads. Like I said, American infantry squad and a German infantry squad. So per squad had at least one MG42. So that was the machine gun on the squad level assigned to German squads. Okay. The Americans had a BAR, a 30-06 mag-fed, box-fed with only 20 rounds in the magazine. Okay, and a fairly low rate of fire compared to the MG42. So it's less effective in terms of lay down suppressive fire, area denial, and like lay down fire and pin the enemy. It doesn't have as much lead sent down range, and you can fire shorter bursts before you need to reload. If you start to press this area, it's like you have to reload sooner, things like this. Now it was a more powerful round, better penetration, things like this. Now here's the point. So the machine gun was better. Now the Allies had a better set infantry rifle. They had M1 Garand, which was semi-automatic, like a battle rifle. They had a semi-automatic battle rifle, 10 rounds. And the Germans had a bolt-action Car 98K, so they have a higher rate of fire in the standard infantryman, the Americans. And they had a bazooka, I think, a bazooka guy, maybe not per squad. I'm not sure some of the details. That's the point. the Germans were superior in a lot of ways in terms of technology. They had the MD42, which is they had the MG3 still, the Germans, the Wehrmacht, the modern Wehrmacht still had like a modern equivalent 760 by 5180, I think it's Chamberlain. No, and not the old round. And there's several, I think Norway also has the MG3, which is pretty much the same as the MD42, and they still use like a modernized, rechambered, pretty much the same gun today in modern warfare. And I've seen it in the Ukrainian common footage too. That's the point. One of the advantages of the MD42 is its massive rate of fire, like a high rate of fire, where it is immense firepower, 12 rounds per minute, around 1200 rounds per minute, which is also around the rate of fire that some Mac 10, Mac 11s have. And they have different rate of fire, the 380 ACP Mac and like the 9 and the 45. But one of the Macs have around 1200 rates of fire, 12 rounds per minute of fire. And it's mag fed with like I think 20, 30 rounds, which means you go like this. You expand a magazine. And it's not like an MP4, the SMG, something you go tuk 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 tuk. Okay, it's like the Mac 10 is a SMG. There's like you squeeze it, and it's not you're not gonna get several bursts off due to rate of fire, unless you treat like a single shot. If you try to get a single shot off on the full auto selector switch setting, you might get 4 rounds in that single. You're trying to get a single shot, you take like this, then it'd be okay. See. So anyway, here's the point. The MD42 had a high rate of fire, which is good. A high rate of fire for machine gun has advantages. If you're trying to shoot down aircraft and you have like different mounts, it was an LMG and a medium machine gun at the same time, and it could be used to shoot down aircraft. They had aircraft sights for it, and a high rate of fire makes it easy to shoot down aircraft and use it against low-flying aircraft. And also, you have a higher hit probability. So if you think there was a guy called the Beast of Omaha. You can search it, and it was what was the guy's name? Heinrich? No, what is it? Severlo. Okay, the Beast of Omaha, Severlo, and he had an MB42, and according to him, he got like 1,000+ kills on D-Day. And if you think about it like this, if you have an MB42 and one of these landing craft open in the front door, and you're aiming in the middle of that, you're an MB42 gunner. You go brrr, it's like in 2 seconds, maybe you got like 40 rounds, which becomes like a shotgun pretty much with dispersion. And you're having a lot of rounds sent down range. They also had Fortress belts, which I believe were like 250 rounds, something like this. So the MD42 is a really good machine gun, really high rate of fire. They used to call it Hitler's Basso, okay? And it was so awe-inspiring and powerful in truth that they had to do like propaganda videos for the American soldiers to be like, don't worry about the MD42 machine gun. Its bark is worse than its bite. Our machine guns are better, something like this, okay? Just to help troop morale. Because like to downplay how bad this machine gun was. Because it was really bad. So anyway, I support. What else? Well, the German tanks were better than the American tanks. The German had a Sherman. No, the Americans had a Sherman. They had a lot of Shermans. And the Americans had the Tiger tank. That was one with an 88mm cannon that could pen most American armor. Like it could pen all American armor pretty much. From the front and from the sides and everywhere. So the Tiger tank was armed with an 8.8cm, aka 88mm tank gun. It was immensely powerful. And it was heavily armored, so it could take Sherman hits and it could take T-34 hits. And it could knock out the Soviet T-34s and the Sherman tanks with its mighty 88 cannon. And once again, they had machine guns. I'm not sure if it had MD-42s as a coax or an MG-34. It's going to be either or. And the MG-34 had a low rate of fire. So here's the point. The Tiger tank was a formidable tank. And then they got the King Tiger, which was better armored. And it had angled armor. on the turret cheeks and stuff. Also, the Germans got the assault rifle, where they got an MP-44, STG-44, and an FG-42, which is like a wonder weapon given the time. They had a paratrooper rifle, the FG-42, which is pretty much like an assault rifle, with an optic on it for the Fallschirmjäger, the paratrooper units. So they had a lot of technology ahead of its time. So basically, in my view, what won the war as a hypothetical is similar to Japan. What made them lose quickly? Well, the Allies got the atom bomb, but even before the atom bomb, the Japs, they were isolated, and it's difficult to import things to an island that's being like besieged by the Allies and whatever. That's the point. They start running out of resources. They're running out of metals to make tanks with, and guns and bullets and things like this. So they had like early versions of the SAHA, then they had like the Timu version close towards the end of the war, where they like, oh, let's save on everything. Use less metal. How can you use less metal for this gun? We had to save on metal and understand, compromise on rigidity and quality. But like we had to, the engineers need the new SAHA rifle and make it need 25% less stamped metal on it or something like this, because they need the metal for making battleships and tanks and bombs and whatever else they need it for. So they need to prioritize. So similar to that, the Germans had the factories bombed, so they couldn't have the same output rate of like tanks and everything else. They couldn't maintain air superiority over their country. They started running out of fighter craft, and can't produce new ones that are high enough for radar, things like this. So a big part of why they lost the Germans, and it didn't take longer, is that they started running out of resources. And one of the things they started running out of was it manganese, or one of these metals they use for the surface hardening, or like the armor for the tanks. So tanks around the end of the war, like 1944, they had lower quality steel than in the beginning of the war, because they were running out of certain metals that was part of making the armor. It's not just the thickness of the armor, but the quality of the armor. The quality of the armor towards the end of the war in the German tanks was not as good as in the beginning of the war. The Allies had an operation called Operation Paperclip, where they scooped up some of the German scientists, like Oppenheimer, and shipped them over to America. And they were part of building getting the atom bomb for the Allies. So it's not that every Nazi was hung. Some Nazis, just due to their competence, were able to survive because they were needed by the Allies. It's like, we need these guys to help us with the science, okay? So yeah, what could have made a difference for Germany being more effective in World War II? Like hypothetical dream team kind of scenario, if money is not an option, well, if the standard infantry rifle was the G43 rather than the Cornell 8K, they could have made somewhat of a difference. But they would have a semi-auto battle rifle, like the Allies had M1 Garand. That could have made a difference. What could have made even more of a difference is if the standard infantry rifle was an FG42 or an STG 44, like an MP44. It's called Sturmgeschütz 44, which the 44 must mean that it was released in 44. I rolled a cigarette, I went to the balcony to smoke. And I feel like I can walk better now, so it might have been a big deal. As I said before, to say now again, going out on the back to smoke after dark is somewhat of a calculated risk. More or less calculated, more or less of a risk. Because I've been shot with a dart gun before. You can YouTube search CIA dart gun, and there's got to be people in this neighborhood opposing houses and to the side that are perps, okay? And the program has used perps, gang stalking agents to shoot with dart guns, spray with chemicals before. So the program has been taught me physics, not psychologically. So being out on the back after dark, it's more likely to try to hit with a dart gun because it will be easier to. They have a higher chance to have it be not detected. Whereas if it's broad daylight or hit with a dart gun, possibly if it hits me here, they have a purpose over there with a dart gun. It hits me here. It might be like an indentation where it could be seen that I got hit by something. Whereas if it's after dark, it's less likely to be visible that it got hit by something. If you know what I'm talking about, you can search CIA dart gun. A lot about that. There's all kinds of ways. If you're talking videos, you really need to find my channel and start learning from me. Want to survive gang stalking. Then feel better, like suffer less while being gang stalked. I like this shirt I have here. Yeah, so we'll see when I break my fast. I've been fasting for 20 plus hours now. There's a Swedish guy called Uncommon Sense. That's natty, okay? I wonder what Greg decided to make a video on him, natty or not. To my knowledge, he did. I'm gonna search Greg Decided's YouTube channel, see if he got natty or not video on Uncommon Sense. I personally don't believe he's a natty. And it's like offensive, like how he gets offended if people say they think he's not a natty. Okay. So here we go. Jamie, pull up Greg Doucette, Uncommon Sense natty. Greg Doucette, Uncommon Sense. So Greg Doucette has not made a video, natty or not, on Uncommon Sense, okay? And it's like that's like an obvious guy to make a video on, because he's a guy who's full on hard on claiming to be a natty. And people come to his chat, you're not a natty. He's like, I'm a natty, you're an idiot for thinking I'm not. So it's like he's really pushing hard, I'm not a natty, you understand? And it's like, you be the judge if you think this guy's a natty or not. I don't think he is. Now people think this guy's a natty, probably thought that Liver King was a natty too. So, main game like Greg Doucette is stupid, he says.
Yo guys,
Yo guys, it's you here.
Fresh out the sauna.
And he's got videos. He's got videos. Here. A 33-year-old's man's advice. So this guy claims to be natty. So this is, according to him, a natural transformation, the before and after picture. And he's not doing roids, he's not doing HGH and roids, he's not doing anything. He's a natural bodybuilder, everybody.
Yo guys,
Okay.
Professor Theo here.
So this is a
Nonsense.
totally non-roided out transformation, see. He went from this to that, and he's totally natty, guys. But this guy is not a roided out bodybuilder. He's a full-on natty, pushing that hard. I'm a natty, and I'm mad that people say I'm not, okay? Okay, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I have enough discernment to be able to see if somebody's a natty or not, to 99% certainty. And in my view, this guy is obviously not a natty. Just like when Liver King was out here, it's like, yeah, this guy's rolled to the heels.
Yo guys, Coach Theo here from Nonsense. Standing here outside my new shack, quite cozy but a little bit chilly this time of the year. I know that the YouTuber Basement Bodybuilding has made a point saying something like, if there is a thing like science-based lifting, it implies that there must also be such a thing as science cringe lifting. I also saw he put out a video recently on the topic of the title is...
Yeah, and I'm more valuable to people teaching health fitness than anybody else. I'm not joking, I'm more valuable than Greg Doucette, more competent, I have more expertise. These health fitness influencers, they have been teaching what I've been teaching, why men have low testosterone and how to address it. The high sugar diet, they have been teaching the pro-testosterone protocol I've been teaching. The supplement list and the advice to raise your testosterone naturally and to practice it from a decline that I've been doing. So, really said it's just working as a scam tester.
Science-based, I haven't had time to watch it. Me, I'd like to say that if there's a thing such as science-based lifting, it also implies that there is a thing such as practice, right? And so, base lifting, or just listen to their content, their teachings, or their book, or whatever they have, right? But then, I want you to go, you find...
Yes, I do not believe this guy's a nanny. Now people will hate on you if you're ripped.
Like certain things that are diet, you know, like are in between diet, like in between meals.
This guy's also claiming natty. I made a natty not be done.
It's that hard caramel that you can suck on. It tastes like
This is, I told him once, I appreciate the boldness that you're claiming that you're natty.
like McDonald's.
So the skinny, the short on this guy, this is American Dream, okay, who's used to be a drama streamer. How do I explain it to you? He's been a panel streamer for many years, and one of these people like Poon or one of these people that have panels, and I came across him at a certain point in time, and I used to join him as a guest on his panels. Back when he was in full-on alcoholism, an active alcoholic. He allegedly went to prison for domestic violence and came out and be like, yeah, prison changed me. I'm going sober, okay? I'm going to sobriety groups and taking anger management courses and this and that. And it looks credible to me that he might have turned his life around and gotten sober. But back when he was not sober, he was full on not sober, doing everything under the moon pretty much on his live streams. And they're like sniffing creatine and snorting kratom and injecting meth into his eyeballs to the level of drug addiction. So it's a point. So and openly doing words, okay. So I'm injecting voice right now live on YouTube. Okay, so it's like that type of streamer. Okay, the big yeah, I just got done injecting the voice or something. He'd be like, so he's not. He's been like open with doing voice and drugs and stuff on his YouTube channel. Back when he was streaming before he went to prison. After he came out of prison, he's like, oh, okay, I told my friend. I actually believe that he could have gotten like 90 to 100% sober somewhere around there. Now, here's the point. He's claimed to be natty, okay? And he's 50 plus.
I took all the rest away from everyone, started over, and a lot of people were like,
Now, he does have a history of bodybuilding. So, it's possible if you used to be really ripped while on roads in your 30s and 40s. Like a bodybuilder, he's like an old school vintage bodybuilder. It's just pump iron, drink raw egg yolks, and inject testosterone into yourself 24/7. Just roid injections. Do you understand? It's always like it's like this is like the old school bodybuilder he was. It was like the 80s, sunglasses, blondes with big boobs, Venice Beach, Gold's Gym, and that type of bodybuilder. No science based. It's just like pumping iron, injecting voids, and like drinking raw egg yolks and type of bodybuilder. So like that that type of bodybuilder. There is no like science based shit like Mike Gregory said, Mike Israel. I mean, other people. No, it's like that's the type of bodybuilder. So his past is before he became a rabid drugaholic, which is a compound word by the word drug addict and alcoholic in the same word. I remember her first. Coined the term possible right now, like, but he was an addict. And he went to prison, is the story. He comes out, his YouTube channel is like sober life. Okay, I'm going sober. I went to prison, overcame my alcohol addiction, stopped doing drugs. I take anger management, I'm going to meetings now, anger management, plus AI, and he's out on YouTube now doing bodybuilding, which I remember I told him back when he was in active drug addiction. I actually gave him good advice. Okay, I used to when he was still like an active alcoholic on YouTube going nuts. I'd be like, you know what, I think what would be good for you is you return to your roots of the bodybuilding. Like get back into exercising, get really into that, take your vitamins, take care of yourself, start taking vitamins, exercising to this. And he's gone to that. He's started doing that. So here's the point. I hope he stays sober. Now he's claiming to be a nag right now. I don't know if he's or not. He's got his wife Cindy there.
That's just like, what is it? That's just like grilled cheese on Texas toast, right? With tomato sauce. We're gonna watch Landman, right? I'm gonna grab me another one of these sugar daddies, and I'll wait 3 in here for the start. Watch Landman. You haven't watched Landman. I tried to upload a video from this, like where the drug cartel guy was meeting with Landman's billionaire oil rig owner wife of the guy who passed away. Yeah, he's like the CEO. She's like, she's a money woman. Well, she's linking up with this cartel guy who's gonna bankroll them because they're like taking on these things that could make hundreds of millions of dollars, but for billions even. But the cartel guy, the first episode when the cartel guy saved Landman from Landman's like a fixie guy, like Ray Donovan, but for oil.
I'm gonna ask him a proper question. How much roids do you do? Okay. See, how many roid injections does a man need to look like you over 50? You know, me and you go way back, so it's like he's been trolling me in my channel, so I'm not really concerned about coming off as rude here. He's got him blocked 30 times on my channel for talking shit in my chat. See how he responds to that. So it's supposed to.
I'll talk to you over there. How many boys does a man look like you at 50? I don't know. It's like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll?
Okay. Okay. He closed the stream, and I'm not saying it because I asked a question, but it's like, okay. It's like, I'm not hating. It's like, it's just, he knows the drill. He just come to my chat all the time and told me and asked me provocative questions. And be like, it's like, Mark, you look like a female bodybuilder or something. You look like a post-op female bodybuilder. There's always people that would like make whole channels to troll me. They'd be like, clip my streams and make like a short, oh, Max, I'm gay, or something like this sort of stuff. See, they make whole channels to troll me. So he's like, yeah, it's like, he left on a cliffhanger now. And we'll see, it's like, what our status after this. Because we'll be able to get along last 2 months. And we'll see if they're in a relationship. You'd be like, Max, such a scumbag. He's like, I'm on roids. Okay, I'm not on roids, I'm an asshole. So yeah, that or not, the mystery, the mystery continues. The mystery continues. So we'll see if we get an answer, like a straight answer in the next live stream, okay? But he's claiming that I will say this, it's not impossible to be built like Reem as a current natty who wasn't always, okay? It's not impossible to end up having physique like he does. Not doing roids, but it's statistics. It's hard to tell. I would guess that quite possibly might be testosterone in the mix. It's a Korean guy that trains sniper martial arts. Yeah, so we'll see. I might get to cooking pretty soon. Be giving me a pepper for my home at fast baking meal. We'll see. So this is one of these heretic deep state puppet pastors, Andy Woods, that I've dealt with before in my videos. And what makes it heretic? He uploaded a sinner's prayer for salvation video to this channel. He used the New King James. And he's a gang stalking pastor, taught me for the gang stalking persecution program.
Father, grateful for your truth, your word, of all sorts of eternal torment. And God can do that because he never gave them the gift of immortality. Embrace this sort of, that's where evangelical Christianity came from, beginning with the fundamentals of the faith of the cults. That is an attack that comes up from the...
So he's trying to play himself off, act like he's some kind of musty loner. It shows pride. It's like, oh, I'm just oozing with pride, and I'm a pastor, but he's a wannabe theologian. And it's like he doesn't even know what the Word of God is. He doesn't know what the Word of God, he doesn't know that the Word of God in English is the King James Bible. He used the NASB 95. So he's not even on a novice, I would say. He didn't even learn what the scriptures are, what is the Word of God. See? And he tells himself, I'm going to be a pastor. See? That shows that he's a prideful person.
But it really hasn't, I don't know, it's like a whale under the ocean. You don't even know the whale's there, and all of a sudden it comes up, and you can see it, and it's like, wow, there it is. And that's what's happening. There's this giant blimp underneath the ocean that's now surfaced, and it surfaced this month because of the influence of Kirk Cameron. So where am I getting this from? This is from something called Protestia. Kirk Cameron denies eternal conscious torment and is now an annihilationist. Here's another one. Kirk Cameron reveals, by the way, look at the dates. Let's see if I have the date. Upon individuals or on
Well, I made a video using one verse, and the smoke of the tomb shall rise up forever and ever, and have no rest day or night. What is that verse telling you? Is it Revelation 14 or something? 20 something, 14 verses, I think. It's telling you that these people will be consciously tormented for eternity. And the smoke of the tomb rise up forever and ever, they have no rest day nor night, which shall worship the beast or his image. Something like this. So these people are going to be eternally tormented on fire, and the smoke from them being burnt consistently while conscious, not having rest. See, humans will not have rest. So it's like people that get. I saw this Lucy Liu. I saw her show up in my feed. Lucy Liu's closet picks criteria. She's a pretty hot girl. She's 40 plus. And she's still pretty she's still pretty out there. And most likely she's married, so I'm not gonna go. And I'm also married, so I shouldn't be like jewel to my wall. She's looking great, just like I said, just believe me. But she's looking good.
So then I sneakily asked his team to teach me some stuff. They did a little bit, but I think they all have some kind of rule that they don't want people to break their bones. I don't know. I'm okay with it.
I believe that she was great in Quentin Tarantino's movie Kill Bill Volume 2 with Jimmy Sermon. I liked her in that movie. Aesthetically, as a character everywhere. Yeah. So she played, what's the name? Oren Ishii in the.
And I'm like, okay, I don't need to break a bone.
And I think she played Japanese, Chinese American, or Japanese American, and she cut somebody's head off.
Jackie is.
And she fought Jimmy Sermon.
And he's still going. Okay, moving on. Became so iconic.
She's got a cute outfit.
To Bruce Lee. So Marlon Brando on the waterfront. When I first started acting, I watched this movie and I really understood what authenticity was from this movie. It reminds me of when I first started acting over 30 years ago. So I'm putting this in the bag. All right, shut up, you guys. The Grifters is, I can't even to make characters like that so delicious and here, and I don't know what it is, but let's find out. Wow, In the Mood for Love. Okay, how sexy is this movie? It's beautifully shot, beautifully acted, the direction. This is a movie that people always use as a reference for any deck that they'll send you in a movie, any mood board, even, for become what.
Yeah, so we kept playing like whole videos. Det är Natasha Leons closet, but jag ser Hideo Kojima här one day, so we went into the closet, they're picking movies. So, let's check out let's check out our studio's YouTube channel. The Japanese guy with the tanks, Studio Son. He was in my chat before, so let's go to the YouTube channel.
Let's check out
Not that one. It's the phone stream. It must have been in the phone stream. Yeah, we had what happened to Procata-san? You can see his comment. It was the previous stream. It might have been in the previous stream now. No, I mean studio.
What's the previous stream?
I can't find this channel. Forget about it. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna finish this.